Hey everyone, if you're joining, I'm live on my phone, so it's going to be hard to see chat. Let's see. Hopefully. Is that sideways for you?
I'm trying to get it up right now.
Is it not doing it?
My phone's
No, you can flip the camera while it does it too. Wow, it has better bandwidth than when I stream through the modem. That's crazy.
awesome.
How do they figure that out?
Okay.
Oh, I can see.
Wow, I'm just now catching up. There it is.
Okay. So when I turn it sideways, it doesn't
It stays sideways.
Okay. Is there volume?
Mm-hmm. I have it in my ear.
Oh.
So it wouldn't be
Echoey.
echoing.
Thanks. Well, hello everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully the sound isn't too obnoxious because these iPhones pick up a lot, but I can mute the audio. Would you mind sending something in chat just to see what happens? Oh, so it is sideways?
We're totally sideways, yeah.
Damn it. There's gotta be a way to flip the camera. Maybe not. Let me see. Stream settings. Video settings. Well, I guess I just gotta do it like this. Figuring it out here, guys. Bear with me. I don't usually stream in the woods, so
No?
I'm new to the mobile streaming. I've done it a few times just to see how it went, but all right. This battery definitely probably isn't gonna last the whole time. But could you?
That was nearly disastrous.
Can you check if it's on YouTube and Twitch too?
Sure.
You're the best. So you're probably gonna hear the planes going by and all the other stuff.
Turtles jumping in the lake.
Turtles jumping.
How turtles like to jump.
Oh, they love jumping. Athletes, those turtles. Maybe you can give a comment, look out for me. Camera angle isn't gonna be perfect. I have to have it on ultra wide lens because of how close we are, and then the all right. I got some fresh lake water. So basically, what's happening today is a plein air competition. There's gonna be 3 winners, and first, second, third, and I decided to join. Give it a go. We have to all paint at the lake. What is it called? Ragnar Lake? No, I forget. That's at Bowie Park in Fairview. That lake. See, I don't like how much this phone is in front of my face. That's what I'm trying to fix right now. Anyway, how does that shot look? Yo, Dimes and Daniel, what's up? Good to see y'all here. We're actually out in the woods. We're doing something a little different. We don't got the fancy stream set up at home. But Plein Air Competition over here at Fairview Arts Community. Y'all can go look at Fairview Arts Community online. check that out. I got my watercolor here. We're gonna do gouache and watercolor today. And I got my little scene out in front of me, which I can't really show you. I guess I can. Here. So I'm painting this scene. I like the path of the sun coming through it, and then a little bit of the lake on the side. Oh, I like how it shows chat on the bottom there, even though it's tiny, so I can't see it. Good to see y'all here. Alright, so deciding the composition. Get my colors wet. I'm just trying this out. Hey, how you doing? Stripping some colors onto the water here. Or water onto the colors. I said that backwards. Alright. I swear it does like heighten your anxiety a little bit because it's a competition. I'm going to make a sort of light brown gray color here. And this will be the sunspots on the trail. Again, this could be like the worst quality ever, so. How you doing? I'm doing good, man. Just trying to stay at it. Continue the art. Add a little bit of Prussian blue, which it'll bring us a little more towards brown. But I want it to be warm and sunny, so I don't want to dull it out too much. I'm gonna try to incorporate all the training here. I think I need to make a bit more of this. Kirsten made me do the big canvas, so.
They forced you.
Yes. And it looks dark on the canvas, but because there's going to be a lot of water added here, that's kind of where I was going. Let's try that. Alright, so every moment in a painting, you got to kind of just make a decision, and then you set things in motion. Doing a plein air art competition. I don't know if you heard that when I was saying that earlier, Daniel. So the sun has left. We're going to have to imagine it. So the canvas is going to be split. So basically I want to include the trail and the water. Yeah, you're gonna hear kids yelling. This is not a controlled audio environment. No music. Add a little more water. I want it to be light. So here. It's actually the perfect color that I wanted. And I want to get wider here. Now remember, when you're doing these washes, gotta move quick. And I'm working at an extreme table angle here, so the water's gonna run down. And because I am pressed for time, I think we have like 4 hours at the most. There we go.
About 4.5.
4.5? Okay.
We have until 2.
Nice. I like that. Okay, so I have to decide. I want to frame it with a few particular trees. And I want to fix this trailhead here. It comes down a little bit. Okay. There we go. That's pretty much the amount of time you have for a wash. And now we're going to try to make this sort of, which I can actually take from my old painting color here. This color. How's the audio sound?
Good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you, the hardware they put in these phones is impressive. So I'm take some more cadmium yellow. Russian blue. We need a lot more water here. Make puddles. I'm splashing on my painting. I gotta be careful. Oh, I grabbed the wrong color. It's okay. Just be calm like Bob Ross. I'll try to show you what color I'm mixing occasionally. And so the thing is, this water, it's a lot of variety, first of all. But there's a reflection from the hill. The water's not blue, really. It's the challenging part about these swampy scenes. They're pretty much just the color of the trees, but a little more dull, a little more brown. To get that brown, bring in like the smallest touch of red. And I don't really want the wash to be uniform. So little spots I want to change. So big shapes. And normally I actually would be working from the top of the page here. Just kind of jumping around. No rules. So then, not much higher than here. Try out my brush a little. Okay. Now I want to get some cadmium red. There's a little hill on the other side. But actually the green grass comes first. What's happening?
I keep giggling because I hear them and then I hear them again in my earbud.
Oh yeah.
It's been years, kids, since I've been done. Because I'm not trying to bother you.
Oh, you're fine, man.
What are they painting?
Did you hear the way they're painting?
Yeah. I didn't actually hear it when he said it, but I heard it.
It's like loud and clear.
Like 2 seconds later, what are they painting? Also, just so you know, I made a post on my personal thing, and then I also tagged you on the event page
Oh, thanks.
for the Nature Fest.
Cool. Thank you. Oh wow, that was fun.
Oh, cool.
So, if you guys heard that crazy noise just then, that was like literally 30 geese just,
They're announcing themselves.
yeah. Battery is draining, but it's not like flying. Probably get an hour out of it. Yeah, that's the other thing I should mention. We're not gonna be able to capture this whole thing because battery issues. I even said it last night. I was like, I should get up and charge this battery, but I wasn't even sure it was in the car. Add a bit of white. It's funny because when those geese flew in, they just like caused a bunch of ripples, and now the water looks entirely different. But that's plein air. Add a little touch of green there. Still the water, believe it or not. These watercolor paintings, man, it's just, there's so much trust. Like, I can't tell you how often in a watercolor painting I'm like, oh my god, this is going so wrong. And then it all works out. This is my second art competition ever. I don't normally do things like this.
Max and Blaze. Let's go.
Max, come on. What?
Add a little Prussian blue to this color. And I'm just gonna toss in a shape right here. Our sun's back.
Yay.
All right. Now, wipe a little off on my palette here. Grab some yellow, cadmium yellow. Prussian.
Small children have one volume.
Literally. And I've already gone and made my perspective a little off in the sense of like how high I wanted this. So we're looking, the horizon's way up basically, looking down on the water more. And that's fine.
This is way better than grading papers at home.
Right? Are you grading them here? Nice. That's awesome. So I probably used about just under 20% battery already. Okay. So now well, essentially there's going to be, let me see. So this is double that. Make it a little more green here. cut into this a little bit. And I'm gonna keep it very vague back here. Very small. I think the most stressful part to this is like not having time to think about the composition. Mix cadmium red and Prussian together. It gives you a gray. Thought that was a girl and not a dog for a second. She was like, "Wah!" Basically, these things back here don't have to be laser because it's going to be so much tree coverage. Hoping to get one peak of sun again. If not, we'll have to make it up. That's fine. Because we're approaching fall, we're actually getting bits more fall colors in those trees.
The first day of fall.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. Today's the last day of summer.
No way.
Yep.
Well, there you go. So it can't hurt to throw a little bit of those browns back there. Privately, I hate how this is coming out already, but that's the fun.
It's not private anymore.
But like I said, it's like the beginning of watercolor paintings. They're just
Trust the process.
they're so intimidating because there's really no rules with texture, man. Any little way you can make it. Did you check on Twitch YouTube, by the way?
I did.
They were both live?
Everything's up and working.
That's amazing.
Yep. I gave you a like on YouTube.
Good job, Streamlabs. Even though I had to pay $18.
Those are my secretarial duties.
So now we're going to do a little flicky trick. Let's get my short round here. That's the short round. And actually I want bigger flickies than that. There we go. You just gotta go for it. You have about 5 seconds at the most to wipe off something with watercolor for some reason. Turn your brush in different flicky directions. Helps. Now we need to make this water is very complex. Just due to the reflections that are happening in it, but we're going to simplify it here. So I hope. Make some gweens. More yellow green, more blue green, blah blah. Color wiggle.
Love the geese honking in the background.
Yeah, I hope you guys like the geese.
It's so
Backtrack. The geesies. It's so funny how like kids in the far background sound like they're dying all the time. Blood curdling screams. It's like, did the kid just break his femur in half? What just happened?
really nice in this spot. You picked a good funky shady spot.
It honestly, like, yeah, the shade sold me because it's supposed to be like 91 eventually today at some point, so yeah. And so it's good to try to nail this shape in one shape. This whole dark area under the trees back there is all connected. It's kind of why they make you do that experiment in art class. There's a lot of like beginner art class stuff that you don't even realize, like, well, it's like a high level of mastery that they're like aiming you towards. I used to do this one where you weren't allowed to pick up your pencil. You had to do a whole drawing like that, and I think what they were getting at was keeping everything connected. It's easy to draw like one thing and then another thing and then another thing, and then they're all kind of just placed on the paper, but they're not communicating somehow. And that's the lifelong battle. I mean, I'm no pro at that. I just understand it. I like how my pavement color came out at least. Okay. God, come back, sun, just for a second. Just for a second. It's gonna make me make up the sunspots. Okay, so now I need to pick 2 framing trees. So, I like this one. That's my paper. We did a no sky one today. Interesting. And I think that's why I really want the sunspots, because that's about the drawing there. Now, because I was rushed into forming this composition, there's one thing I did not plan out, which is the leaves in front of everything. But that's why we brought our friend gouache. But, you know, there are tricks that I can show you quick. So let's get a little texture on this grass too. Not crazy, it's not foliage, but this is probably what I would call this. This is a speed run for me. I remember doing the 3-hour timers on digital drawing, and that made me sweat. Like, I admire impressionistic artists that really know where to hold back. Be cool to put one of the cars in there, but I'm not going there. Okay. Bold decision time. I think it's time to add some trees, because then we can sort of get our reflections going here. I don't know if it's life that does it to me or it's my subconscious, but I always pick the most difficult painting subjects in the world. Like, oh, this would be nice, and then like I start getting into it, I'm like, oh my god, the amount of variety in the reflection is what's amazing here. So pine tree color. So the hill gets cut off about here, and then it's just trees. So this is like all going to be covered. And that's why it doesn't really matter how detailed it was. I do want this edge to be better. It's very straight, and it's because the edge of the parking lot and the hill are merging and they're landscaped, so a straight edge like that is important. Feel free to say hi. I can see chat wherever you're watching from. Again, this is a plein air competition that I'm doing right now live. Bowie Park. Now I think I want to grab a little bit of this color here, add a little red. Now we have just those little hints of these roots coming in out of the ground. And I have to remember, this edge here is my water line. It's already 2 o'clock, isn't it?
No. It's 9:50.
It's already been an hour since 9. Oh my god. No. It's terrifying. And you don't have to leave the dots that you spray. You can change them. They don't dry right away. Just trying to think, like, what's all speed running techniques here? Definitely going to be utilizing the flicky brush tool. Pointillism. Okay. Cadmium red, some Prussian blue. toss in that cadmium yellow. Gives us a nice gray brown. But this is actually a very warm looking tree. Oh, the sun's coming back. Somewhere around there. It's got blue tones in it because it's overcasty today.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are those moments where your practice pays off. Just go with this color. So halfway up the hill, about here, just before the grass. It's add a little shadow color to that side of the trunk. We're just gonna decide the light's coming from the right here. And then we have another tree. It's pretty much right where this one is. And it goes straight up next to it. Just gotta go for it. Watercolor, you gotta get it in that one stroke. Start pushing stuff around the paper and go haywire from there. If I can get this laid out fast enough, then, like within the next half hour, if I can just get it all laid out. Can even add a little bit of shadow bips there, but I don't want to get too tuned into details yet, so I don't even think we'll see this branch, but I'll draw it in anyway. Just kind of goes off the paper. And that was a bit thick. Thickened the tree a little bit. Where am I hearing like horns?
They probably got like the school band or something performing up there.
Okay.
There's like I guess.
Are you still like on the mic in the stream?
I can hear myself slightly.
Yeah. I was just wondering how sensitive it was to like tiny noises. "45 minutes and we're still got 75% battery. That's pretty good.
That's good.
I think the last time I did it, it was on an older phone. It wasn't as good. Okay. So now I need to make... Actually, I'm running out of yellow here quickly. I gotta get some out of my tube. That hurt. Whatever just happened. I think I just ripped a few armpit hairs out. Yeah, I'm glad that this event happened because it just reminds me how much I enjoy plein airing on my own time anyway. Gonna force my girlfriend out with me more to the park. Like, I should hold myself accountable to like a plein air stream per week once. Weather permitting, obviously. That'd be funny. That'd be a meme video. Painting in a rainstorm. You just, you just. However it turns out, it turns out. I'll try to give you guys the mixing angle here, but it's tough. Satisfying when you have that fresh watercolor in the palette because it's like just paint basically. So we need like a sappy green. I find Prussian blue and cadmium yellow, cadmium red gets you like a lot of the shades right there. I think I just want it to be a little more opaque. A little bit of red. You'd be surprised sometimes the ratio, how far it'll get thrown off from that third color. So what's the brightest color there? Okay, so it's a. Honestly, don't even know what those are growing off of. Oh, that circular evergreen thing there at the bottom of the second tree. It's like, does that have its own trunk?
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's like, what is that growing off of?
I don't know, make it up.
It's a magical tree. Don't be afraid to like get rough with your brushes. There's more at the store if you ruin it. There's a lot of different cool bristle shapes and stuff. If you just allow your bristles to get mangled a little bit. If it's a good brush, they'll bounce back as long as you don't like store it that way. I think what goes first is the tips of the brushes. God, I'm like legitimately stressed right now.
Okay.
That's so funny.
You have plenty of time. You still have 4 hours.
I need 8. That's good though. 4 hours still?
4 hours.
Till 2? Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's 2 minutes to 10 right now.
Okay. This bushy evergreen.
Switching earbuds. My other ear.
Gotcha. Sounds like a powwow going on over there. And just right.
A marching band to me. That'd be my guess.
Don't you think it sounds a little tribal though?
Kind of, yeah.
Sometimes a little tap, take a little paint off. Just the right amount. It's a little bit opaque. A little water. I don't want to get too crazy. Living on the edge. What happens if we flick this? What happens if you flick it and let it hit the paper? It's a trick I haven't tried.
Smack.
Does something. So there's a really obvious shape in this tree I want to get. Those are in shadow. This is all in shadow. A few tips of the leaves are not. You know, it's like you can come back, and these are things you can come back and change in gouache if you despise what happened. You have to despise it, though. No, I'm just kidding. It's already a bit too detailed, but we'll keep it. Next tree goes over that, so and so let me see. If I was to compare that tree to my thumbnail, this tree is triple. So the tree in the foreground is going to be triple the. I'm going to use my brush instead here. Eyeballing is very useful. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, the tree is about 4 of these wide. So the tree here, it's almost like I want to leave that tree out now. And these split tree in the middle is nice. It's going to add depth. But we're not ready to go over that yet. So, what's next, you say? Just being scared and staring at it for 4 hours, that's what's next. Just kidding. So there's this like muddy thing going on here. Just help us divide up a little bit the edge of the water. It's kind of where the pine needles end and the
It's funny to hear the music in the background.
yeah.
It's so distant, but it's there. It comes through.
Come back to this tree color that I made. This stuff dries a bit quicker outside. Honk, honk.
It is hot.
They sounded a little out of tune on that one, I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I was giggling. Geese honking and brass honking. It's just very honky out today.
Yeah. Horns, horns. And so I want to make the tree color again, but then like make it slightly green. Why does it sound so out of tune? Am I
I don't
tripping?
know, 'cause it does. I had to take my earbud out for a second, so is it just because I'm hearing part of it like from the past in one ear? But no, it's just kind of out of tune.
I think it's like the far away thing happening too.
Maybe. It keeps hitting me in the funny. It's such a dramatic soundtrack to what's happening right now.
I know.
Peaceful
Peaceful art in the park.
We're just like chilling at the lake.
Right.
I present to you
Yeah, literally, it's
the Duke and Archbishop.
that's literally nailed it. Archbishop.
All kneel.
Literally, do. That's not far off. That is not far off. Hello.
Keep getting me giggling.
I don't blame you. It's something about how it's traveling over the hills. It's like detuning it. It's not.
So intense too.
I don't think it actually sounds like that over there, but.
Oh.
I'm still laughing about the Archbishop.
So intense. I wonder how far away they are.
Same. be dope if they just started playing like some Skyrim music.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I half expected this to go like suddenly Star Wars, honestly. It was giving that vibe.
They often do that in high school bands too.
Understandably.
Yeah.
That's some very cool composition.
Oh yeah.
I love me some Star Wars music.
You know what's randomly a crazy composition? The Family Guy intro.
Oh yeah.
Like if you actually listen to what's going on in that with the chord changes and everything, it's like, wow. They went all out on writing that. That was when I first realized, like, oh wow, Seth is a crazy musician.
Man.
What a crazy talented man.
Yeah.
Laying out reflection groundwork here. Basically, as it gets more into the water, you sort of want to have these little reflection ripples that cut into the shapes. And you can do that by like removing paint or coming back later with gouache and putting in the highlights. I'm going to do a little bit of both. I swear for me, like, every painting feels different in the way where, like, I don't have this, like, set way I do something every single time. Because I'm always, like, open-minded to, like, finding new techniques and stuff. You don't have to copy reflection shapes exactly, but just try to get certain little things exact. Brain will take it the rest of the way. So it's like this tree I wanted to start breaking up as it gets more to the top. And just keeping our theme of the shadow on the tree. There's a lot you can like imply. Hunk. All right, half battery. We've gone an hour and 5 minutes. That's cool. So that's good to know. If like I'll do this again, I can take my phone out on a full battery and get an hour or more. I think I have one dot on my power bank, so I'm not gonna let my phone die completely, but we'll go as far as we can. Sometimes the reflection, it'll just already start making it look like a painting. I would say I'm just starting to now get that feeling of like, okay, there it is. I need a couple more upside down things. So there's some grass right here. I'll mix a little more color. It's like making me scatterbrained the pressure. The high priest.
Behold!
Archmage Zendrikov.
Exactly.
You over there did not kneel. Off with his head.
Off with their heads.
Oh, that got heavenly. Oh, it's a voice. That's what was tripping me out. So I'm just making some green grass. Impressionistic Jokum. Yell at me in chat if I start getting too detailed, because I gotta finish this. It's just very clear to me that this is a grassy reflection here. I'll tell you, the horns are freaking hard instruments, man.
I'm sure.
Wicked hard. Like, I don't even know. First of all, how you don't pass out.
Right?
Like, I legitimately tried to play a trombone for a week or two. Just to, like, have the experience. And it is the hardest thing I have ever tried to do. It's one of those instruments, like, there's so many instruments out there that just, like, automatically give you the note, and I think that's what it is about horns, is to get a freaking good note. It's like so exhausting. Every instrument gets just as hard as every other instrument at some level, but like I think there's definitely ones that entry is more painful than others. Like when I taught guitar lessons, I used to tell parents to get electric guitars for their like 6-year-olds because they can't press down acoustic. They're not strong enough, and it's painful, and they cry and they get frustrated, and you don't understand no pain, no gain at 6. So. Or like pushing through pain. Kind of like how vague the very background is. It's done pretty much. The 4 hours is like it's gonna take me 2 hours to just do this bottom section. Honk, 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 honk. What a soundtrack, huh?
Yeah, it's epic.
What did that sound like through the headphones? Like, can you hear it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Really? Like full blast?
I mean,
That's funny.
pretty well, yeah. You can tell it's far away. It's not like distracting, but you can hear it
That's funny.
clear.
Well, it looks like we do have music this stream, guys.
Yeah.
I started out saying we didn't, but
Soundtrack provided by what I would assume is probably like the Fairview High School band, maybe?
yeah, especially at an event like this. Sponsored. Ooh, man, Payne's Gray gave me the mud color I wanted. Need it slightly blue, but desaturated. That's very dark. I need to Add some water. Some British water. Okay. Reflection of the logs. That sounds like a classical movement. First we'll have the dance of the frogs and the dance of the fireflies.
The jog of the wombats.
Literally. Like all Tchaikovsky tunes are here, say his name. Tchaikovsky. I can't say it. It's spelled
What?
Tchaikovsky.
Yeah.
The sugar plum fairy guy. Okay, so I did say it right. Yeah. Doesn't start with a CH.
TCH.
It's like pterodactyl.
Yeah, I literally mentioned that to my students who were reviewing where in a word you would find TCH. It's always at the end. I'm like, unless your name is Tchaikovsky.
What was that screech? I couldn't tell if it was like a kid or something that happened in the song.
I'm not sure. I actually didn't hear it initially. I keep having the lag.
Right.
I hear you, and then I hear you again a few seconds later in my ear.
Sorry, that's probably maddening.
No, it's fine. I'm not zoned out. Degrading.
This is nice and cool in here, huh?
Yeah, this is ideal.
I didn't expect it to work that good.
Yeah, this is great. Perfectly covered for now.
Yeah, that one sunbeam will probably come through at
Snipe you in the face.
some point. I'll probably cut the stream off, guys, at around like 20% battery. I want to keep a little of my phone going. I could probably steal this footage later for a little time lapse, but it's honestly such a task to like try to film everything while doing it. I'm so jealous of like big YouTubers that have like their own cameraman and editors. That's gonna be so freaking good.
Yeah, sorry, love.
Want to learn how to video edit? I'm just kidding.
In all my free time.
You don't need to know all the fancy effects stuff. My videos are simple.
I'm being a mean teacher right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's on video now.
I know.
You're caught.
Proof. I'm grading so harshly.
Yeah, like not making it easy to get a good score, you mean?
Well, I'm like nitpicking. Because it's like this is a review.
Gotcha. Do a couple flicks there. There's some nice touches that I'm seeing later with the gouache that it'll just be a nice touch, you'll see. Some highlight things going on.
lily bug just like flew and landed directly between my eyes. Freaked me out.
Again, trying to keep some of those water ripples in there. I'm not trying to. My chisel blender would be the better choice for doing that, so. Okay, what other major reflection things need to happen here? Like a more brilliant looking green here. That's way too brilliant. Hmm?
There's something fluttering near me. I think it's just a little moth.
Flutter moths. Oops. What do I got on time?
It's 10:27. So 3.5 hours.
If I just keep trucking.
Yep.
Pure truckery.
Arrange all the family members for the cute family photo.
I think it's so cool to hear like chatter in a different language. It's fascinating to me. The variety in the world is fascinating.
Incredibly. glad you didn't set up over there on the bridge area. It's full of sun now.
Yeah. Please stay, son.
He's sweating.
Stay, son, stay. There's the color. Not much to say here, guys. Just relaxing in nature. Doing some plein air. It's like always sounding diminished for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun. Just trying to copy some major shapes in the shadow and the reflection here.
I have a student, this is random, but I have a student who has a V in his name, and instead of writing a V, he always makes a star.
Huh.
Like it's his thing.
It's a sig.
I guess so. See.
Huh.
Silly.
I didn't have a signature that early, that's for sure.
No,
Are you gonna like give that like a don't do that?
no.
It
It's not part of the assessment.
doesn't matter.
No, I don't care.
Making some of that color I just used because it ran out. I don't know how the colors look on camera at all. Could have bad service, so.
Okay, fine.
Yeah? Okay. My brightness is down to save battery, so it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, I'm done with
Okay. Are there other comments? I just think I saw comments.
that. Oh, there was my geese a second ago.
No.
When it disappeared. I did comment earlier when all the geese were honking. I just put a bunch of geese emojis there. That wasn't actually relevant. I'm just being silly.
Just need to make these colors a little more sunny. Bringing that little bit of red in there. It's almost like peach creamsicle color. And now to fix a mistake. Need my thing here. So you're just gonna wet this. Just pick it up. Just a little. Just gotta be careful doing this. It's easy to start ruining the paper. Okay, there's already a lot of green there, so maybe we can use the magic of transparency to get the rest of the way. Just wasn't quite the sunny green I'm going for over there. I forgot I had a coffee. I'm so focused.
working well, huh?
Yeah, I haven't gotten bit much, thankfully. Very buggy.
Swarmed the second we got done.
Right. Yeah, that worked. Now you know. Remove a little bit of the green, you just take pure yellow because there's green there. And you got yourself that sunny green.
It's looking really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
There's a lot to finish still.
Yeah, no, but you're doing good.
Thank you.
Don't panic.
Oh my god.
Freak out immediately.
I need my inhaler, I'm panicking. Just kidding, I don't have asthma. I feel like now it's sunny.
Yes.
Like these colors are the sunny ones.
Yep.
I just need to make the shadow green now. The darkness. Thing is, when I'm rushed like this, I'm not letting certain layers dry enough. I zoomed in too much though, once again. I was gonna do a wider angle, but it'll add more interest because you can see more details. Like this tree should have been as thick as this pen. And therefore these foreground trees aren't gonna be. Because if I'm lining up I'm gonna eyeball this and I come to a foreground tree. So the tree's that thick. I can fit 1, 2, 3 of those trees in the foreground tree. So you think that, boom, boom, boom. The trees will be about a little over an inch wide there. Proportion's important. It's almost like the paper ripping up there a little bit, like created grass texture. Happy accident. Like the fuzz of the paper is like grass. Okay. Paper fuzz. Again, my chat capabilities are very limited here, so I don't know if I'm getting all the comments from all 3 channels. I'm sorry if I've missed you. It's literally like it's my phone on a like little bendy arm thing. Streamlabs lets you stream right from your phone. It's pretty cool. There we go. It's so funny how it just looks wrong right until you get the counterpart shadow in there. It's hilarious. I realize I say like it's so funny before things that aren't actually funny. Because it's just like a thing you do. So now how to get this sunny green in the water. So
Jonathan said looking great.
which Jonathan from
Neighbor Jonathan.
Oh, what's up, dude? Thanks, brother.
I'm not sure exactly how long ago it was.
Yeah, like I said, sorry if I'm missing comments. I'm limited here.
should. Bring my little, because I bought me one of these like ring lights and the whole adjustable arm. I was like, I should bring that. Figure out how to film myself doing that.
Yeah, I'm actually live streaming right now to my like art channel. So.
Sweet.
Yep.
Nice.
Still got a ways to go, but working it out here.
Yeah.
Where are you parked?
I'm over on the dam. I just finished my first one.
Oh, nice. Wow, that was quick.
Big canvas. And then,
You must be sweating, huh?
yeah, it was fine for the most of it. Like, there was
Gotcha.
actually really nice sort of clouds, and then, like, the last 20 minutes, it was like, ah.
Yeah. That was like the idea here. I was like, all right, the sun comes out. It's a more complicated scene, but the sun comes out. You know?
Cool.
What medium are you using?
Just acrylics.
Nice. Doing watercolor and gouache today.
Yeah, I started, been a printmaker. Me and my wife, we got into pottery during the pandemic. So
Oh,
we did
nice.
ceramic mugs.
Fun.
That's
And
fun.
then, I got invited to a plein air painting event like 3-4 weeks ago. So that was, and I had bought like one of the little nice wooden easel sort of deals.
Yeah.
You know, from one of the guys in the artist guild there in Dixon. He like sold it to me for $60.
Oh,
I
nice.
was like, yeah. And so it's been sitting in the pottery studio for a year, and I've been like, I really want to go downtown. I really want to paint the buildings, you know, because I do a lot of. I've got a real estate agent that hires me, and I do like oil pastel and like charcoal drawings every Christmas.
That's
for, like,
awesome.
all of his sales.
Yeah.
So it ends up being like literally the busiest month of the year. 'Cause
That's
he,
so
like,
sick,
He drops
dude.
like 20 or 30 of them on me. He's like, here, have these ready before Christmas Eve. I'm like, great. You know?
Nice.
Um,
Like of the houses?
yeah, just houses. And so I've been doing that for years. So I kind of enjoy the art.
That's something. Yeah, me too. I like drawing the architecture
And
too.
it's like, you know, I think there's a market for that.
Yes.
Maybe, you know.
Seems like
I've
it.
heard more than once that like people like to get their houses painted.
Yeah.
So
So I'm starting with kind of downtown Dixon, but I just work black and white with acrylic.
Oh, really?
It's really quick. And like as I'm walking down there, everybody's like, "Oh, that's different," you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, "Okay, well,
Nice.
Like you use just black and white paint?
black and white paint." So
That's
it's-
cool.
Like people, like when they're seeing it on Facebook, they're like, "Oh, is that a photograph or is that a charcoal?" Is that, you know?
Right.
It's just
Right.
like
you don't think acrylic with black and white. That's
Never.
cool. I can't wait to see
never.
it.
Yeah, I was messing with that a little bit, just using like just black watercolor
Mhm.
and just like,
Yeah.
or
And
like,
I've got some brown, so I've never actually tried like a sepia tone yet. You know?
Gotcha.
I think that would be kind of. Well, good luck today.
thank man.
You too.
You
And
too.
you, we're the only guys, I think.
Really? Oh.
Outnumbered.
What's your name?
I'm Ruben.
Ruben. I'm Jokum.
Yep. All right.
Nice to meet you, Ruben. That's a guy that's painting over back there. He was just walking around checking out the artists. He said he's done already. Impressive.
Be challenging to do a lake scene like this in black and white acrylic. I'm curious to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
That'd be hard.
Essentially, he's eliminating one thing he has to worry about, which is one way you could look at it.
True, but to get all your values, like
Mm-hmm.
reading, it would be hard.
Okay, a little bit. Getting there. The colors in the water need to be a little duller, but they're pretty much the same value. A little darker. I love these short round brushes. They are so versatile. What's cool about values too is if you have them nailed, it's like it doesn't matter what color it is. The brain will still go, oh, that's that thing. So nail that shadow shape. a little thing.
Papers graded.
Nice. It's almost like you gotta like be actively distorting anything in a reflection. Depends on how ripply the water is. Like the water is really ripply right now, but earlier it wasn't. So you get a more pronounced reflection. So the greens I use in the back are a bit dull. I'm gonna kind of go over them again. Hey, how you doing?
Good. Looks good, man.
Thanks, man. Getting there.
Yeah, looks good.
Appreciate that. Picked a challenging one, let me tell you.
I like your setup there.
It's comfy.
Yeah,
I used to do an easel,
yeah.
but I like the table more.
Hey, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I work at home, you know?
Huh?
It's how I work at home on
Oh, is
on
it?
a table. And then also like with watercolor,
Yeah.
you kind of want that like 30 degrees.
Right.
So it runs down the paper slow. When on an easel, it just like, it's like a waterfall, you know?
I
So
hear you. Got a nice breeze down here.
oh, it's cool in here, man.
We picked a comfy spot.
Yeah.
Very comfortable.
Good job, man.
Thanks, man.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
You too, man. Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna take a little wander. Of course.
I'll see you soon. Love you.
That's good. So you're gonna be here, right?
Safe to say.
Yeah.
Safe to say. I am not going anywhere. I'm going to be here to the last second.
Yes, I figured. You need anything?
If you can find like a water bottle or water, something like that. Yeah.
Can go on mission water.
Nice.
I love you.
Love you too. Thank you. Really loving the flick technique here for the branches and leaves. I want to keep this background vague though. I think we could even push the darkness under those trees a little more. Not too much though. It's funny, like the color I made for my other painting is the right color for this one. Go figure. Let's see, so could even leave a couple vague, look like almost tree trunks like that. Negative space wise. Could be a little darker. But not everywhere, just kind of in the pockets. Again, I don't want to get too crazy with it. Wish me luck, guys. Be paying the bills if we win this one today. I'm only seeing chat from YouTube, unfortunately. I'm sorry if, again, I should be streaming to Twitch and Facebook, and if I'm missing your comments, I apologize. Alright, need to bring a little more of that brilliant green. These are like leaves on top of the dark. There's not really any white leaves, you know what I mean? There's some white reflections here and there. Just be careful not to go over that branch. I intended to include the sky in it, but when I planned out the composition, maybe a little sky back there, just a hint. I don't know. Right in the corner. Again, like I said, I don't really want to work out that part too much. Watercolors are drying here. Get some more water on them. I'm actually gonna get up for a second and go get some more water by in the pond. My water bucket's getting dirty. Take you with me. Mobile streaming's pretty cool. Doesn't have all the fancy slideshow stuff and internet browser capabilities and music, but I almost like how simple it is. Alright, need more water here. Let our layers dry a little bit. Will be beneficial for me too. Just grab it off my little tripod here. Oh man, my legs. I didn't realize how still I've been sitting. Frame rate's probably bad. Grabbed a little too much sediment with that one. Don't want to put dirt on it. There we go. Got some other painters over there. That's what the little setup looks like. That's the scene I'm kind of painting through the trees there. Alright. Put this back up. if that's in the same spot it was. It's not fish-eyed, by the way. That's just my canvas curving here. And there's the stamp. Hey guys.
A team, and so the week we played her,
All right, back in action. So now take a little of this off. I love these art boards, but the paper is definitely not as rugged. I feel like good watercolor paper, you can like abuse it a little bit more before it starts fraying up. Okay, what's my next big move here? So there is a tree. What do I get here? It's in front of the green bushy thing. Just add a little bit of white gouache side of my palette. See if I can save myself a little time here. So it's sort of a birchy color. It's pretty neutral, believe it or not. I'm just adding a little bit of white gouache. What's that gonna do? It's gonna make it opaque. Oh, we have a bee. Hi, bee. Don't sting me. Out here fighting the elements. No, it's not that intense, but I couldn't have picked a better spot for the shade, man, let me tell you. It's more blue, honestly. Tricky tree colors. Too much yellow. It's more like gray. Brown. It's all in shade too. I think that's why. Tough about the white gouache thing, it's very easy to desaturate. Basically just trying to get the base of that paint in here. And I'm just gonna go for it here. Let's see what this looks like. Might be a little jarringly. It's honestly the color of the tree, believe it or not. Well, shadow color of the tree. Oh, we have this weird guy here. You gotta kind of pick and choose your battles in these heavily wooded situations. Definitely can't draw every single thing. Another one here kind of coming out from behind this tree. I just like how it goes over those layers there. Excited to get some fall drawings soon. Colors are just the best. Okay. And on that tree there, my phone is getting a bit low. So we're gonna call the stream there. I wish I had enough battery power to take you along the whole way, but appreciate you watching. I don't know if anyone's still there, but thanks for watching. Hopefully we can win something today. If not, I had fun doing it and I got another painting in the bag. I believe it's for sale too. We're selling them when they're done. So if you're in the Fairview area and near Bowie, there's a whole festival going on, by the way. You can go, there's like tents and all that kind of stuff. Walk around. Oh. But yeah, it's worked out pretty smooth. I didn't seem to disconnect. Do some more plein air streams in the future. Thanks for everyone that still supports and watches the channel. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, helps me a lot. And yeah, I'll see you later today. I'll be uploading the finished product and the results. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.